Hello everyone, just a quick update. I know I said I was going to put out a bunch of videos in the last few weeks, and I didn't, and I'm sorry, and I'm not very good at keeping track of time. It's been really bad. Um, but good news, I just wanted to update you on a few things. A few weeks ago, I went to LA for the Distant Worlds Final Fantasy tour. It's where you go to, it's a symphony where they perform live the music from Final Fantasy, and I had a great time, and it was a huge blast. And I'm definitely going to post some pictures up on the Facebook page. Um, so if you want to check that out, that'd be great. You can see all the cool things that were going on. Um, Also, I've been kind of busy the last couple weeks because I jumped back into Final Fantasy XIV. Now I know I've been trying to play the older games and I haven't stopped playing them, and I did play Final Fantasy V last week for about 2 days where I really got in hardcore and tried to push through the story, and I'm pretty close to being done. I'm stuck on Leviathan and he's pretty tough, and you know how towards the end of the games it always seems that the difficulty spikes. You know, you start fighting really difficult enemies and it starts getting to the point where you really need to plan to fight the final boss. So that's where I'm stuck right now. So I haven't forgotten about Final Fantasy V. And as soon as I manage to somehow pass Leviathan, I gotta fight Bahamut, and then I get towards the end of the game, I'll definitely make a review. Um, but yeah, so I got into Final Fantasy XIV, and if you probably have heard the expansion has come out, um, and so I pre-ordered that, got the collector's edition, um, and I went through the early access. I played those days before we left. Actually, the early access started on Friday. We got back Thursday night. We were gone that week beforehand to LA for the Distant Worlds, and then we got back, and then I played literally almost nonstop Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think we took a break a little bit, but as soon as Tuesday hit and the game actually was released and my physical copy showed up, um, and I installed it, I literally played 4 days. But we sat down to play on Tuesday, and the next time I checked, it was Friday, and I was very confused how all those days went by and I didn't even notice. Like, no shit. I'm not even joking. And it's sad because I've completely lost track of time. That's what a game can do to you. It's sad. I went to the bank on Saturday. I thought it was Wednesday. I was very confused why they were closing early. So, yeah, I mean, my schedule's just been. My sleep schedule's completely off at this point. I haven't even slept for 2 days. I'm just. I don't know what's going on anymore, but I've lost myself to Final Fantasy XIV. So I apologize. Good news, though, is sort of rearranged my game room. I made a video sort of cataloging my game collection since I kind of fell behind on making the videos because I was buying so much so fast. And I'd made a video, but it was made at night and it was very dark. I mean, even with the room light on, it was pitch black. You couldn't see anything. And we had like 3 lamps that we had tried to shine on everything, and it still looked like shit in the end. And so I wanted to make one during the day, and I've been kind of putting it off and off and off because I've been playing. And then we rearranged it the other day. We got I finally picked up a little cabinet thing to store all my stuff that I just had all over the floor. And because it was kind of we had the room and I had a bunch of stuff, but I had no storage capacity, no shelves or anything. And so I finally got all that, the bookshelves in, and the media display cases, the shelving for all my games, and the stand for my game consoles, and the TV. And then finally the other day I got a little cabinet where I just had a bunch of random stuff, and I managed to squeeze everything in everywhere. It's still kind of it's like 95% the way I want it, but I've got some display things, like I've got swords and stuff that I just I have no place to put the stands. The swords are too long to fit on anything. So I want to remake that video with the way it's now designed. It looks better. It's all not messy, and hopefully I can do it during the day so that it looks nicer, and then I can update you as best as I can. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there that I haven't shown off before, and I think you'll enjoy it. And I just started planning. Without a job, it's kind of hard to buy more stuff, but I really want to start collecting now for the Game Boy. I want to get a couple games, at least a handful. My rule of thumb is have at least 10 games per system, if not more, if I can help it, to sort of make it worthwhile purchasing the consoles. Might as well, right? And I've had games before. I've got a handful of games. I got the Pokemon games, obviously, the ones that I got for all the systems. For some reason, I'm missing my Link's Awakening. I don't know where that went. I got my old. I had like a little pack, kind of like a fanny pack that had like my Game Boy Color and a bunch of the games in it. For some reason, my Link's Awakening is not in there, which is very strange because I always kept everything together. But I really didn't have that many Game Boy games. Go figure. I mean, it always seems that way when you're a kid. You don't get a lot of stuff. But so I want to collect as much as I can for that. I also want to start collecting for some of the newer systems I have. I have a PSP Go. I really don't have any games for. Literally, the only thing I've used it for is PS1 Classics, which is just my digital copies of my PS1 games, like Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy VII. So I wanted to at least buy a few games, and I've been trying to watch videos online, and I found a couple, and it looks like I can find at least a couple. Same thing for the Game Boy. The original Game Boy, for some reason, almost every video agrees exactly on the top 10 games for that. So I'm going to try and get as many of those as I can. Outside of that, I think that's about it. I want to start really. I want to try and finish 5 because that's like my hurdle right now. Is Final Fantasy 5. 6 is supposed to be a lot of fun. It's supposed to be kind of difficult though as well. I think I heard. I don't know. It's supposed to be great though. And then I'm really looking forward to 8 and 9. Those are the two I really want to push to get. 8 is the one I'm really looking forward to, and then 9. I keep hearing mixed reviews on 9. A lot of people are saying it harkens back to the older games, which I enjoyed, and then a lot of people are saying no, it's more its own thing. Some people hate it, some people love it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like some people it's their favorite game of all time, and others it's their least favorite of the Final Fantasies, and so I'm kind of skeptical on 9, but I really want to play 8. And then, of course, I'm going to get to 10 because I've got that on the PS3 remake HD thing. I know they put it out for PS4, but unfortunately, when they first announced it for PS3, I just hopped on it and bought it, and nobody thought they would remake it for the PS4, and I don't want to buy it again because I haven't even opened the other one yet. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I doubt that there's going to be much of a graphical difference between PS3, PS4 with the HD remake. And then, obviously, I'm skipping 11 because it's a MMO. And then I've got 12. It's one of those ones where I'm really not looking forward to it because when it originally came out, I bought it, I pre-ordered it, got the collector's edition, and then hated it within the first. I played like 12 hours or so, maybe a little bit more, and I couldn't get into it. I hated it. So I really want to go back. I'm hoping that I'll like it more this time around. I have no idea. But definitely at that point I'm kind of iffy if I want to play 13 or not. I feel like I should just because I decided to go through all of them, and I'm playing 14 which I know is an MMO, so it doesn't really count as a single player game. But then 15 is going to come out, and so I feel like if I skip 13, I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit, because 12 came out on the PS2, and then 13 was the only PS3 game. And now, well, it's looking like 15 is going to come out on the newer systems, the PS4. So I feel like if I skip 13, it's probably I'm missing out on a lot of the updated content. How they're going in the direction of Final Fantasy, because it's obviously not 8-bit anymore. It's not 16-bit anymore. So I'm really looking forward to trying kind of see how it's progressed. Although I do like the older ones, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they've changed since the 90s, because I have no idea. I haven't really done much of the gameplay. I had some ideas. Don't know what you guys might like. I thought about live streaming Final Fantasy VII on Twitch, or I think you can even live stream on YouTube now. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's possible. I've got a million copies of 7, but I've got it on the PC. I've got it on Steam, and I don't know how to live stream from a PS1. I don't even know if I can do that. And since the PS4, it's not compatible with the discs of the PS1. I couldn't live stream it on the console, but I think I can live stream it off of my computer. I'm not really sure how to do that, but I'm sure that Twitch has some sort of software, maybe. I don't know. I've got Fraps, which I think you can live stream off of. You can, well, maybe not. I don't know. I think you can record gameplay. I might be able to do that. So let me know if that's something you're interested in watching, because I really like the game, and I wasn't going to go back and play it for the review because I've already beaten it a million times. But I figured if you want to watch me play it, either recorded or live stream, that's totally an option, since I'm not doing anything really anyway. But yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in. If not, any other suggestions, and or if you are interested, how the hell I even accomplish that. Outside of that, I don't know. I think that's all. I haven't come up with any other ideas. I mean, I could actually. Okay, so the guys that did the marathon run, I think I mentioned that at some point, they were live streaming off older systems, and I think they had a live stream off of the PSP, and I know the PSP plays the older systems, or it plays the PS1 classics, and I think you can live stream off of that somehow. You can somehow get something that records. I'm not quite sure how, but so maybe that's an option. Outside of that, I was thinking about getting a Vita. I don't know how. I don't know how to afford that at this point, but if I ever manage to buy one, which I'm kind of hoping, I'm kind of leaning more towards it. A lot of people say it's not worth it, but I feel like it might be. And I heard there's more and more games coming out for it, and it's picking up steam, and with all the other features that are built in, that kind of makes it worthwhile. I think it might be worth getting. So if that's an option, let me know if I can stream off of that, and or somehow use that. I think that plays PS1 classics as well. I'm not sure. I hope so, because that would be one of the bigger reasons to get it for me. But yeah, let me know what you want. I don't know. I was thinking about doing other game-related stories and coverage of things non-related to Final Fantasy, since it's taking so long for me to play those games, because they're tough, and obviously the farther on you go, the longer the games last. So I feel like I should do more videos because at this point I'm not really making that many. Like maybe once a month, you know, I'm putting them out. So I want to kind of do this a little bit more often. Kind of wanted to do E3 coverage, but I'm kind of late for that at this point, right? It was a couple weeks ago. But gaming related news, Final Fantasy VII is getting a remake. So if you haven't heard that, which you probably have, I don't know why you wouldn't, but that's happening. That would be cool to live stream if I could play that. I might accomplish that at some point. If I come up with any other interesting piece of news, I'll be sure to share it. Hopefully I'll put up that video of my game collection eventually. I'm gonna try to do that. I film it with my tablet, and then I'm just gonna try and transfer it over to my computer. It's kind of weird. I might just upload it directly from. No, I can't do that. I got a voiceover. So if I ever figure out how to get that work, or if I ever get around to filming that, I will definitely upload it as quick as I can. I might actually do that right now. I might as well, because otherwise I'm not gonna do it. Honestly, right? I feel like I'm gonna lose track of time. I'm gonna go back to playing Final Fantasy. So I'm going to film that, upload it as soon as I can, and then if I come up with anything else, I'll let you know. Alright, thanks for watching. Click that like button, please, so that I know that you actually enjoy these videos, because at this point, I don't really know. And then please subscribe if you're new to watching this channel. If you happen to just stumble upon this video randomly off YouTube, which at this point, the new algorithm seems highly unlikely. But if for some reason you find me back on page 17 of videos, definitely subscribe and share. And yeah, at this point, thanks for watching, and see you later.